this isn't just about the pensions issue. And in fact, before the general election, we were conditioned and brainwashed into media hysteria to believe that there was nothing other than the austerity measures that we should face. But let's make no mistake about it, this is a political agenda. It has nothing at all to do with an economic strategy for recovery of our society. We've been criticised in recent days by politicians, government ministers, to get into the real world. Well, let's have a look at what the world is. Let's look at their world to start with. A world in which 23 of the 29 cabinet ministers have a collective personal wealth of £60 million. Cameron, £4 million. Osborne, £4.6 million. Francis Maud, £3 million. Nick Clegg, is he a Conservative? £1.9 million. And Owen Patterson, our Secretary of State, £1.5 million. The two lead negotiators on the pensions issue, Danny Alexander and Francis Maud, they have pensions which would require a public sector worker to work 2 or 3 times their lifetime in work to get the same pension level that they will walk out with. Their world is a world where £850 billion of our money can be dished out to the banking fraternity, where they turn a blind eye to £120 billion of tax avoidance and and evasion, where the high earners, which is only 0.1% of the population, earn 145 times the average wage of a UK employee, where the highest earners have experienced a 4,000% increase since 1980 in their earnings, and where the top earner in the UK, Bob Diamond, the Barclays Bank Chief Executive, earns £10.1 million. Compare that to our world, and here is our world. £26,000 average salary, a basic pension of an average of £7,000, most people getting £5,600, and in local government being as low as £3,800, where we have 60,000 people in Northern Ireland on the dole queue, 19% of young people unemployed, where the fuel costs are the highest region in the UK, where the electricity charges have increased by 20%. And I think, looking at those statistics, we have a clear message to our local politicians, because some of them have been making great play of supporting the picket lines, of saying that they'll be in the audiences at rallies, but that's not what we'll measure them on. We'll measure them by their actions and decisions when they're in the Assembly and in the committees that they operate within. That's the measurement that we will have. We will not have our local politicians thinking that they can stand back and point the accusing finger at Westminster. They are in this up to their necks. We elected them to represent us, and it's about time they started to do that, so it is. And we've a few hackles from the front here about the criticism of our local administration, but we only have to listen to the reaction of you, the people that they represent, in terms of what you think their performance has been in the Northern Ireland Executive. We have to stand firm, stand together and fight this.
Thank you, Kieron. Could I now ask Tony